So this is what exactly, this is going to be backup database task. In the backup database task, you drag and drop that. After that, you need to go with the connection. Okay, you are making connection first. Click on OK. In the connection, so you create a text backup database connection manager. We have chosen the server name. Then after that, we have picked up actually some specific database in this. Where you want to put into disk here. On the disk we are going to save. So like this, first of all, we made a connection. Then after that, we have chosen the database. Okay. After that, you need to configure the backup folders. You need to go with the backup folders for this. So now here, destination you need to choose. You need to go with the destination folder. Try to choose that. 1 minute. Once again come to what you do. Once again come to general. So this is what exactly, backup to disk. That is fine. Now click on the destination. Click on the destination. So backup database across one or more files. So create a backup file for every database. You create it like this. We need to back it up across number of things. Okay, so it should be what we keep in this. Select there, create a backup for every database. Choose in that, create a, yes, every database. You can choose some folder. On the desktop, try to create some folder, either desktop or you take the D drive. First of all, go to D drive, try to make some D or E drive. Whatever drive you have in that, try to make. Okay, try to make some folder, either D drive or E drive. So try to make some folder, database backups you put, database backups. So in this folder, it must be creating. So you have chosen here. In this folder, you must be making it now. Now come to this, choose a folder name. D drive you choose, expand it, choose a folder further. So where this is available to you in the D drive. See, you have database backup. Is it not the file? Click
Yes,
on
sir.
OK. Click on OK. So now file extension is going to be like this you created. After that, compression option also you should teach. You can go with the compression option. So in this, you have options, I think. Third one is what here, options. You can do with the compression option. Okay. Anywhere, are you having any set backup compression?
Yes, sir.
In this, see here, go to the use default server setting. Click on that. No, not that.
Sorry.
So go to the drop down there. Drop down. Drop down. You have seen
This one, sir?
from there. Try to choose compress backup. Compress backup. You put like this. Then copy only backup. Verify backup integrity. Backup encryption. You check them also. No. Yes. So backup set will expire after few days. Also you can put. See, you need to have a certificate. Uncheck that. Backup encryption. You uncheck. Backup encryption, uncheck that. Now here, click on OK. Now just try to execute here. Okay. Now go to that folder and see, has it created any backup file?
Yes, sir.
Okay, practice DB you have here. Open that. Fine. Now once again, run the application. Once again, run application. What happens? See. Go to the database again. See. Does it have any backup? One more folder. Is it created? Just see. No, no. Next folder, not that folder.
Yeah, yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Two versions. So every time it's creating a new file for you, automatically it's backing up data like this. So both the size is 634 KB only, but every time you back up, a new file is getting created that's getting compressed there. So like this, you can be backing up data with the help of the, backup data task. With the help of the database backup task, you can be performing this operation. This is one of the maintenance task. This you can call it maintenance task. It's called as maintenance plan task. You can do with the help of this here. So very much frequently, with the help of this one, we can be backing it up. Otherwise, we need to have a lengthy process. Instead of that, just when you execute this package, it can be automatically backing up required thing. This is basically backup database task. You're asking something? Shweta, you're asking something?
No, sir, I'm fine.
Fine. Monica, are you following all these? Okay. Still, if you have any questions, your morning time sometimes I can clarify your doubts also. So, any one of you, your morning time, if you come online, I can clarify those things. So, just try to become proficient with subject. Try to practice as much as possible. Because, as we were discussing yesterday, when you get job, at that time it's going to be really very tough for us. Now you got some time here, some buffer period you got. In this time, if you can become proficient, that would be nice. Overall, what is what? First of all, you should understand. After understanding what is what, further, if you practice, you can, perfectly work with the environment there. So therefore, you need to practice as much as possible. So you should understand all this. This is what exactly database backup task we have done. Sirish, are you following this?
No, sir. I just come to online. I was
Okay.
waiting
This one
for
is
you on the
basically
other.
database backup task. With the help of this, you are going to back up the database automatically. Normally, to perform this database backup, you need to have SSMS. From SSMS, you backup database, or with the help of the say some script, TSQL script, you are going to backing up. But with the help of the SSIS maintenance plan, you can be backing it up. So you need to back
Sir,
up, and with the help of the SSIS task, so you can be backing up regularly. Shweta, can you explain once again how you have done that?
sir,
Yes, yes,
At first, I
Pani.
need to. Yes, sir.
Pani?
in order to, yes, sir, I have it out in order to have a same file adding up again in the backup,
Yes.
why can't we back up within the same file, sir? As we are getting a new file added, no, sir, if we execute it once again.
Yes.
So instead of that, why can't the backup will be done within the same file?
The same file.
Yes,
You
sir.
can do like that also. See options.
Mhm.
You have your destination. Go to destination in this. Here, what you do? See, create a backup file for every database you have
We
there.
need, I guess we need to uncheck the create subdirectory
Yes,
for
yes,
each
yes.
database.
We need not create in such cases. Uncheck that. With the help of
So
that, you can make
if we
it.
uncheck it,
See
the same
here,
file will be backed up, sir.
you do go with the backup database across one or more files. You check that one, very first one you need to check. Backup data across one or more files. You need to check that.
Okay.
It is not create a backup file for every database. So this is what if backup files exist, you are going to append it. Here options you see, go to options there. Here, not there. Go to destination. Here see, you have append. You are getting append somewhere. Drop down
Yes,
list.
sir.
From there, click on that. See, overwrite append. It can
Override.
be to the existing file you can append,
Okay,
or it
sir.
can be overwriting totally.
Yes, I got it.
So either you can create every time a new file, or you can append to the existing file, or you can be overwriting it. So you can
And by
append and
creating another
as
file
per
and
the requirement you can do it. Okay,
yes, sir.
so
By creating a new file again and again, the database will be increased, no, sir. Instead of that, we can overwrite it, no.
no, but it has its own advantages.
For what,
See,
sir?
you are
By
maintaining
creating a new file?
databases. You may not be requiring always up to the mark database. Okay, up to the mark database you may not be requiring particularly in the analysis. For example, you have up to January some database, up to February some database, up to March some database, up to June some database you have there. So if you update up to June, all the data is going to be available. But up to June, what data was available? Up to February, up to January, what data was available? Up to February, what was available? Up to March, what was available? Individually, sometimes you need. Getting my point?
Okay. Yes, sir. Got it.
Yes, in such cases, we can be using in that way different database files. Every day we don't perform so many times. Just we are looking at an example here.
Based
So
on the
every day we will not
requirement.
be doing like that. Periodically we do every day we may do, but in a day number of times we are not doing it. Now within some 10 minutes only we have done 3-4 times. So in general we don't do like that. Once in a day probably we try to make. So daily wise
But
also
again,
sometimes you need to have backup. So up to say in a week, up to Sunday how much it was, up to Monday how much it was, up to Tuesday how much it was. So probably we need to get database like that also. So in such cases it will be useful. So under different conditions we
yes,
have to use data. So therefore as per the requirement will be backing up database. So you can take same file, you can append to that or you can overwrite that. You can append or you can overwrite or else you can be creating every time a new database.
okay. Sure, got it, sir.
So create a subdirectory for each database. You may be having number of databases. In such case, for every database, it's going to create a new folder. In that folder, it can be getting created. So just explain, Shweta, from beginning how you have
Yes,
done.
sir.
Just cancel this first of all. Cancel it. Even delete
Yes,
the
sir.
database task, database backup task. Explain now. Not this one. Don't open all this. You just try to, from the tool perspective, try to say. Okay, you can delete. Fine.
Yes, sir.
See, all of
Yes,
you
sir.
try to give presentations also. Delete even this component to delete. Delete it.
Sure, sir.
Americans would like to speak more and more funny. So if you speak more, they like. See, sometime back we were doing some application, simple login page it was. Further, they demonstrated for 2 hours.
Okay.
How to create a login page, how to put a label, how to put a text box, what should come in that. So that is really very simple. Within 5 minutes, you understand that. Correct?
Yes,
But
sir.
they try to speak more and more. If you speak more and more, they like to hear. They love to hear all those things. So therefore, you have to speak more and more. Presentation should be
Okay,
more,
sure, sir.
and I mean whatever you do, even if it's less, they don't bother. But you need to speak more and more.
Okay, sir.
So backup database task.
Yes, sir. Backup
Yes.
database task.
Yes.
To back up the particular database, I'm dragging and dropping up this backup database task, and when I edit this, in the general, I have options like backup type full and databases. I need to select the first connection.
So what is the other option
I'll
instead
go
of
with
full?
the
What is full and what is instead of full? What else you can take in that?
differential and transaction logs,
So
sir.
what are they? Okay, try to demonstrate. We discuss about that. But first
Yes, sir.
discuss how you are going to do it. Full backup.
Yes, sir. For this, I took one connection manager.
Yes, explain please.
Again, I'm
Go on
taking the new
explaining.
one. Yes, sir. I'm taking the new connection name.
Yes.
Sir, for the transaction log backup type means only for the present transaction only we need to have it will have a backup, right, sir? Up to
Yes, Pani?
the transaction. You mean there are 3 types, right?
Yes.
In that transaction log means only for the particular transaction we can have a backup.
No, transaction file is always only one. Log file is going to be always, LDF file is only one always.
Uh-huh.
Always you have only one LDF file. Data files are different.
Okay.
Always you have only one LDF file. See, MDF, LDF and other thing is what? NDF. Correct?
NDF.
NDF.
Yes.
So MDF file and NDF files, MDF and NDF files can be many. One MDF file, many NDF files are available there. But log file is always going to be only one.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay, explain that, Sweta.
Yes, sir. At first, I took the new connection manager as a database connection manager, and here I specified the database as
Yes.
1 second, sir, as Sweta DB. Yes, sir. I checked this one as Sweta DB. It's okay. And next, I went to the destination. Here, I took the folder, copy the path of this folder, and next I went to the options to check the copy only backup and verify backup integrity.
Yes.
Then I clicked OK. Then if I start executing this one, it got executed, and after debugging it, I'm going to the specific folder to check this one. Yes, I got the backup of this file.
Okay, so what happened now? Backup database.
Yes, sir. I
Now,
did it.
Hello, sir.
hello Shweta.
Yes, sir.
Completed operation.
Yes, Yes, sir, I
Just can you run
completed.
once? Run and show the application.
Sure, sir.
So this is backing up. Sirisha, you understood this?
Yes, sir.
So this is basically backing up database. You can put into this DB here. It's making actually two different backups. So it's creating two different backups because she's going every time for creation of a new file. Instead of appending or overwriting, every time she's trying to create a new one. So like this, you can be using here backup options. So as far as backup is concerned, we have three different types of backups in the SQL Server. One is what full backup, second thing is what transaction log backup, one more thing is going to be differential backup. We have three backups in the case of SQL Server. These all come under administration. And SSIS is a tool with the help of that even you can perform the administration tasks. You can perform even administration tasks with the help of the SQL Server SSIS. Okay, as we know, there are four services with the SQL Server, five different services. What are the five different services with the SQL Server we have? One is database engine, second thing is SSIS, the third one is what? SSIS, and fourth one is SSRS, and fifth one is what exactly? SQL Server agent. You have SQL Server agent. With the help of that, you can automate different tasks. So you can automate different tasks with the help of the SQL Server agent. So therefore, whenever we discuss about here the backups, there can be three different types of backups here. It can be full backup, or it can be differential backup, or it can be transaction log backup. Okay. So whenever you take a full backup, that can be containing data in a specific database, see, or set of file groups or files. We may be having file groups or files, so we are going to back that database up. So a specific database when you take, that may be containing only one MDF file, one LDF file, or that may contain one MDF file, one LDF file, followed by a number of NDF files you can have. So whenever you have NDF file, you are going to associate with the file groups. Correct? You can divide into number of file groups. Each and every file group can be associated with one data file. We have done that with the database creation. When you create database at that time, you can use the file groups as well as associating a data file with the file group. So by default, the default group is what? Primary. Default file group is going to be primary. So whatever MDF file is getting created, normally that is associated with the primary file group. Then after that, you can create the other file groups. They can be called as secondary. So every file group must be associated with the data file. Okay. So here we can use different types of backups as I told. Here full backup, differential backup, and transaction log backup. A full backup contains all the data in a specific database or set of file groups or files, and also enough log to allow for recovering that data. So it's base of both differential backup and transaction log backup. It's going to be base full backup. But when you talk about the full differential backup, it is not dependent and it must be based on the latest full backup of the data. If you take the differential backup, it's not independent here, and it must be depending on the latest full backup of the data. I mean, it means here they should have a full backup as a base. You should have a full backup, then based on that you can be performing here differential backup. So a differential backup is going to contain only the data that has changed since the differential base. You first of all you go with a full backup, then based on that, after that whatever changes are made, that only you are going to be backing up. A differential backup contains only the data that has changed since the differential base. So differential backups are smaller and faster to create than the base of a full backup, and also require less disk space to store backup images. In the differential backup, what happens? First we take a full backup. Depending on the full backup, whatever modifications are made, that you are going to save as small set of data or small set of files. That can be called as differential backup. Differential backup is not independent, but full backup is going to be independent. It can be independently existing. If you take two backups, one backup will not be depending on the other backup in the case of full backup. But when you take differential backup, what happens? It has to depend on the one full backup. So based on the one full backup, further differences can be stored. Further changes can be stored in the backup. So like this, we can use the differential backup. So differential backups are going to be smaller and they are fast when, to create than the full backup. or than the base, we can say. So they require actually less disk space to store backup images. So what happens with the help of these differential backups? We can save space and we can have better speed. So whenever you want to go with the frequent backups, in such case what happens? You can do with the differential backup. You can do with the differential backup. So every time if you go with full backup, what happens? It's going to save a lot of space on the disk. It's going to use a lot of space on the disk, and it's going to be very slow also. So instead of that, you can use the differential backups. Based on that also, you can be backing up the data. But for this, first of all, we require one full backup. Based on the one full backup, further differences you can be saving. So this is what exactly the differential backup we can say. See, here we should do, yeah. So whenever you are updating, whenever you are backing up data very much frequently, in such case, try to use the differential backups. And one more type of backup is going to be transaction log backup. This is going to be bulk, full and bulk logged recovery model, transaction log backup. So this is a serial record of all the transactions which have been performed against the database. Since the transaction log was lost backed up, with the transaction log backups, you can recover the database to a specific point in time or to the point of failure. So up to successful point or up to failure point, we can be recovering the data there. So this is basically transaction log backup. So transaction log is a serial record of all the transactions that have been performed against the database. Since the transaction log was lost backed up, okay, with the transaction log backups, we can recover the database to a specific point in time or to the point of failure, either to successful saving or to the failure, you can be, restoring it. That is with the transaction log backups. It can be full and bulk logged recovery models. Only for that we can use. So basically we use the full backup or we go with the differential backup. But when you want to restore up to certain point, whether it's failure point or success point, you can use transaction log backups. Okay, these are valuable only under the full recovery model or bulk logged recovery model. Each log backup covers a part of the transaction log that was active when the backup was created, and it includes all log records that were not backed up in the previous log backup. Even log files can be backed up. You can be making like this. An uninterrupted sequence of log backups contains a complete log chain of the database. Logging means what transactions you committed, you are going to put in the log file. So such log files can be backed up. That can be called as transaction log backups. So with the help of that, we can be recovering the database. When you want to recover, in such case, this will be useful. So it is going to be useful in the recovery model. This is valuable in the case of full recovery model, you can use. So even the transaction log backup is also based on the full backup only. So it's going to be based on full backup. In the case of differential backup, first of all, what we do, we go with the full backup. Based on the full backup only, you are going to be making the differences. You make lighter backups. Same thing is going to happen in the case of this log backup also. Whenever you want to make any log backups, transaction log backups, first of all you need to have a full backup for the log. Then after that you can be making the differences. So in the same manner we are going to have. Therefore these three types of the backups we can make. One is full backup. Second thing is what, differential backup, and log full backup. Then log again, that is what you can be log, you can transaction log backups also you can make. So with the help of the transaction log backup, when you want to recover, in such cases it is going to be useful, because all the transactions are saved here. All the transactions log information is saved in the given log file. So with the help of that, you can be restoring database up to the failure point or up to the some other point. You can be successful to what extent it succeeded. Up to that point you can be restoring, or you can be restoring up to some failure point. So you have these three types of backups. One is full backup, second thing is you can say differential backup, and third one is going to be transaction log backup. These three backups you can be applying normally. Again, it depends on the strategy. So it's all come under SQL Server security policy. With security policies, with the help of that, you need to make a design of all these. Much before you start maintaining database, you have to have a plan for this. This is nothing but maintenance plan we have there. We have a maintenance plan. With the help of that, we need to manage all these things. So you can automate tasks for them with the help of the SSIS. Using SSIS, you can be automating such tasks. Even with the help of the SQL agent also, we can be making it. It comes under MPTs. MPT is nothing but maintenance plan task. You can have like that. So this is basically what, with the help of this particular tool, backup database task, we can be maintaining here backups of the database. It can be full backup or it can be differential backup. Similarly, it can be transaction log backup also. Here backup type, you see once again, what are the other options available to you? You have full here. Instead of full, what else is available in this? You have differential, and other thing is transaction log. So like this you can be maintaining. But when you have more and more transactions, in such case transaction log will be useful. Even differential also, when you have lot of data, in such case differential will be useful. Otherwise, once in a while if you do, you can go with the full backup only. Regularly if you do, these two are going to be very, very useful. Otherwise, you can do full backup. Once in a month or once in a year, if you take backup, then you can go with the full backup. Okay.
Yes,
So next task is going to be in this. We have another task called as, what is another task we have in that? Check database integrity task. We can look into check database integrity task. What is CDC basically? What is the integrity of database? What do you mean by database integrity? In normal, what is database integrity? So it maintains the structural integrity of the data objects in the specified database. Normally, this you can do with the help of the dbcc check db command. With the help of that, you can do this. You can do that with the help of the dbcc command followed by check db. With the help of tsql command, you can perform it. So it's going to check for the allocation, tables, catalogs, everything will be checked in this. Okay, so it's going to be checking like that. It's basically called as dbcc command. It's a dbcc command. It's one single command basically. With the help of that, you can be looking for the integrity of the database. You can look for the integrity of the database. Here you can check for the integrity of database with the help of the this particular say CDC. So check database integrity. You can be checking actually here the database integrity, whether database structurally is good or not, you can find out. So take here the task. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Open this, put a name here, put a name on the top. That's fine. So you can put some name. Integrity check of database, you can put that way. Here you need to go with the connection.
Yes, sir.
Create a new connection. You can make a new connection. Already if you have any existing connection that you can use. Already I think you have a connection. Already created connection that you can use. Connection manage. Okay. Fine. You go
No,
with
sir, I
the,
took other project.
no, cancel here. Here you cancel here this one. Right click on this. Check database integrity task. Edit. Click on the new there. So here connection name you put. Database integrity check. Then go with the server name here. Go with server name. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So after that, what you do here in this databases, you have taken include indexes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. One minute. Okay. Once again, open that, edit. Even you can see view TSQL, how it is written, what command it's writing. Click on the view TSQL. Giving like this here. DBCC, check DB. It's using the database name with no INFO MSGS, with no information messages. So click on close there. Fine. Click on OK in this. Now further when you open database integrity check, once again go to edit. So fine, this much only we have in this. Click on OK. Just try to execute. Can you show the results? Go to progress and see. It has finished actually. So you go to that with no info. With no info messages. You kept that. Remove that.
Which one, sir?
See in the SQL query. In the SQL query you have there. SQL query you take. Fine. Include indexes we have taken. Okay. We're checking this integrity. But ultimately, okay. Now can you go to database?
Yes, sir.
Open the database. Okay, one thing we do, we try to configure first of all service broker in this. See, service broker is basically a process of sending and receiving guaranteed asynchronous messages by using extensions to the Transact SQL data manipulation language. Message we can send to a queue in the same database as the sender, to another database in the same SQL server instance, or to another SQL server instance either on the same server or on a remote server. With the help of service broker, you can be sending messages among the databases. Okay, you can send actually here messages within the databases. From one database to another database, you can be sending message with the help of the service broker. So whenever you work with the previous example, here we are looking for the integrity of the SSIS. So what happens exactly? It's going to validate service broker data in the database. So whenever you perform such operation, it's going to be validating data in the database. Now come to this point in this. Okay, 1 minute. Here what you do exactly? Service broker you are going to use in this. In the case of service broker, as I told just now, it's a process of sending and receiving guaranteed asynchronous messages by using extension to the TSQL data manipulation language. Message can be sent to a queue in the same database as a sender, to another database in the same SQL server instance, or to another SQL server instance either on the same server or on a remote server. We can be sending from one instance to another instance. We can be sending messages. So here, try to first of all configure the service broker, then send and receive messages. Okay, we can here configure the service broker. Here write, first of all, enable the service broker. Here write, use master. First of all, you go with the command, SQL query editor window. There you type enable master. Use master first of all. Use master. Select and execute. Select and execute this one. Now next step in this is write alter database. Alter database. Okay. What you do? Just try to create. First try create database. Remove the alter database. Write the create database. Create database followed by SQL Server Service Broker. SQL Server Service Broker. Right, Service Broker. Select and execute. Now next thing what you do in this, try to write a command this way. Alter database. Alter database. Service broker test. Sorry, alter database. What you have in this? Alter database.
SQL Server.
SQL Service Broker DB. SQL Server Broker DB. Okay. Then write in the next line set enable underscore broker. You can
So set enable underscore broker.
Yes, underscore broker. Now select these two together statements. Alter database, set enable broker. Together you need to do this. Click on execute. Execute. Okay. Now what you do, whether this is enabled or not, you can check. Right there, select star from sys.databases. Sys.databases. Select and execute. So what do you get to see from this? Have you, do you have anywhere enable broker? If you move towards right side, no. Columns you see, first of all, find out column.
Okay.
With the help of ease you find probably that. With ease you see. Ease. Column name must be ease there. It should have a column name like ease broker enabled.
Okay, sir.
Are you finding it?
No, sir, not yet. I'm checking.
Just select only that one then. Select is broker enabled from sys databases. Yes, you now here write select is broker enabled from sys databases. Is give a space from sys.databases. Execute now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it is enabled for few databases, but not for everything. You have there one only you are getting. You are not getting the database name in that. You are not getting database for few things. Actually, it has been enabled. Broker is enabled for few things. Okay, we are not getting the database name. Try to get a name here. Put name, comma. Now try to select.
Yes,
Just try to create some database. For that, is it enabled or not? See.
Sure, sir. Yes, sir, it is enabled. 24th one.
SQL Server Service Broker DB, for that is enabled. Fine. We have enabled even your application, your database also, they are enabled. Broker enabled there. Now create the message types in this. See, service brokers, they require specific message types to send and receive messages. We can have here specific message types to send and receive messages. So we need to create before the communication starts. The initiator, it is sender, requester, and the target, receiver, reply, have to use the same message type or else the communication will fail. So exactly what the service broker needs to specific message types to send and receive messages. It's a service broker you have enabled, so this can be sending messages or it can be receiving messages. So in such cases, you require specific message types only. It requires specific message types, so therefore we have to create. Before communication starts, we have to here create such messages. You need to create such message types here. So here you have initiator. Initiator is going to be sender or requester, and the target is going to be here receiver or reply. So how to use the same message type or else the communication will fail. So most commonly used message type is going to be well-formed XML. We can use well-formed XML. With the help of that, we can send it. So right there, here create the message type. Okay, first of all, open the database. This is very important how to send messages among the instances. You understand from this. Now right there, you just try to create a message type there. First of all, open the database. Just now whatever you created, try to open it.
Oh, okay, sir.
Whatever database you created, open. Okay, open it. Followed by try to create here a message type. Right, create message type. Create message type.
Yes, sir.
So in the square brackets, message type, create, what you have given, create message followed by type you need to put. There are spaces in that. What's message type in that? Okay, message type, then press enter key. Try to create here.
Yes, sir.
Try to create in the square brackets // right. You put it as broker test, test TST, broker test.
Space, sir.
No space. Broker test. Right here / broker sample, broker sample / right there broker message, close the square bracket, then press enter key. Right there validation equal to validation equal to write it validation equal to write it, type you need to set what we get exactly, well underscore formed 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 underscore XML. Okay, here what you do, no, don't execute that. Broker sample you have taken, broker message you kept there. So what you write, broker request message you write. Broker request message on the top you put. Broker request message. In the before
square
message
bracket,
you put
sir.
request. Before message you put just request. In the not there. No. I'm not talking about that. Here broker test / broker sample. Here broker message you have. After broker you put request message. That's all. Request message. Select and execute this. Now similarly create response message. Copy same thing and paste. In the place of request you have now this time response. you put it as response here. You remove T in the ending. You have a
Yes,
response
sir.
message. Even create this. We created a request and response.
Which is
I think there was a spelling mistake, sir.
Okay.
Broke response.
absence of.
No, fine. I mean, this is okay. Response, no, broker, response, then, okay.
Yes, sir.
You created here, one is what? Request message, other one is
Request.
response message. With the help of this now you can be exchanging information. So what we do here in this, first of all we need to here create a database for service broker, then we need to set the valid message types, we need to create a contract for the conversation, after that we need to create a queue and we need to create the service for the communication. These 5 steps you need to follow in this. In the case of sending messages from one database to another database or from one instance to another instance, they may be the same computer or they can be different computers. When you want to send and receive messages, you need to configure the service broker. We configured, first of all we create a database, then after that we enable the service broker. So with the help of service broker, what happens? We can send and receive guaranteed asynchronous messages by using extensions to the TSQL data manipulation language. Message can be sent to a queue in the same database as a sender to another database in the same SQL Server instance. In the same instance, from one database to another database, you can be sending. So in that process, first what we do, we are creating here a database. In that you are enabling service broker. Second thing is create the valid message types, and third one is going to be here creating contract. We need to create a contract for the conversation. So try to create a contract. Here right there, create contract. So create contract. Create contract. After that, give a space. See, here in the create message type, whatever you copied, just paste it. After create message type, in the next line, it's in the second line. That one you copy and that one only copy and paste here. So, but here what you do, in the place of the broker response message, only that the third node, broker test. After that, yes, after sample, that one slash, keep the slash like that. Only remove the broker response message, you remove from that. So try to make in that here what we put in this broker contract, you put it as broker contract. So it's going to be broker contract, make it, then after that here what is the request message, take there, copy the request message, first one, first one you take broker sample, broker request message, total you take, that line you take, yes, second line you take, copy and paste, press enter key, then paste it. Okay, so we have set there. After that write, but here you need to put a bracket also. After create contract, broker test, broker sample, broker contract. After that try to put a parenthesis. After the second line you put a bracket. Put a bracket.
Open.
That one, correct. Bracket means that only you need to put that. Then here, okay, you kept the bracket. See, after this, you have second. After that, you have a line. At the end of that line, press enter key. Press enter key. Right there, sent by initiator. Right, sent by initiator. Okay. Now after that, once again, comma you put, put a comma, press enter key. Now take this time the response message you take. On the top what you have taken, broker test, broker sample, broker request message you have taken, here response message you take. Yes, only that line you take and put. It is not sent, sent I am saying, not send, sent, S-E-N-T. Okay, here next one, sent by, right, sent by target, sent by target. So what you do now, close the bracket and execute it. Execute that now. Execute it.
Yes, sir. Commands completed successfully.
Completed successfully. Now next thing in this is, we need to create here queue for the communication. You have to create a queue for the communication right there. Create queue. Create queue. Create queue. Broker right there. Broker. Initiator queue. Broker, no space there. Create queue followed by broker initiator is continuous. Broker initiator queue. Okay, broker initiator queue you created. Select and execute. One more queue you create there. Second queue also, after executing this, another queue you must create. Press enter key, then create another queue. Create queue. Broker target queue. Okay, so what we created, two different queues also we have created. Now third thing is what, we need to create a service for the communication. So we require here a service. Here write a service. Okay, try to create a service. Right, create service. Create service. See on the top, you have, see, you put a message, request message, the line you copy totally. Broker test, broker sample, broker request message, you have copied that totally. That line you copy, only line, that line, copy, and come into this, try to paste here. So, right here, this one, broker, we put it as request service, or you can say broker initiator service you put. Instead of request service, request message, you put here broker initiator service. No, after create service, Shweta, what you get in that area? Initiator service you put.
Yes, sir.
Initiator service, select and execute that. 1 minute, it's not over. Sorry, it's not over. I think
Okay.
we need to assign with the queue there. It does not work. Right there, on, right there, broker initiator queue. On queue, you need to put first. On queue, broker initiator queue. Now execute that. Execute. Now next thing, you need to create another queue also. Right, one more target service. Another target service also you must create. Okay. Here try to make it. Create
Here I
service.
need to write that target
Target
service, sir.
service. Yes, you need to put target service. Target service you put. Now press enter key. Right there.
No queue name, sir.
No, no, required. On queue. Second queue you have there.
Yes,
Broker
sir.
target queue.
Target.
Target queue.
Yeah. Yes.
Here try to put the contract name also after that in the brackets. In the brackets you put the contract name. You have two contracts I think. You created two contracts. What is the second contract there? Response message you need to put in that. Sorry, you created one contract. One contract, what is the contract? Broker contract is available. Try to put broker contract in this. In the brackets you put broker contract. No, no, it's not just broker contract. What exactly it was? The entire path you need to put. In the square brackets, how you define same thing. Broker test, broker sample, broker contract is available. Try to put that totally. Yes. Try to put here. Close the bracket. Try to execute this. Now what happened? Here we created service broker followed by we created here service broker, then married message types we created, we defined contracts for conversation, we created queues, even we created services for the communication. Now with the help of service we can be enabling messages. So we should be sending and receiving messages now. Okay, we need to send and receive the messages. For this purpose, we need to write a procedure. With the help of procedure, we can be writing it. So we write a procedure, anonymous code block we make. With the help of anonymous code block, we are going to write that. Okay. Yes. I gave you some code. You need to put target service. After that, okay, request message. This is here. This is for sending messages. Take this piece of code, try to, I'm typing in the chart window, just try to make one procedure. Okay. So this one basically to send a message. Select, but here you need to change it. What is the initiator service? What is target service? Try to put them. You need to put their names of the target service, initiator service. Initiator service is what? Broker test, that entire thing copy and paste. You created service there, broker test, broker sample, broker initiator service, you copy and put in the initiator service area. You have to see create service. In the create service you have or not? Service name. That name you need to put. No, not that. Above that create service, broker test, broker sample, broker initiator service, you need to copy that line. Create service where it is. That line you need to copy, that only line you need to copy and put in the where it is initiator service, in that area you put it. Where is your initiator service? That one. Paste it. You have two square brackets, remove one square bracket, set. Similarly, you have target service, take the target service and paste there. Okay. See, here target where it is, target you take. Yes, paste it in that. Wherever target it is, try to put in that area. Not there, it's not required there. Let it be comment. That should be comment only. In the beginning you have a comment, let it be like comment only. Yes, here in the next on contract you have, after on contract in the target service you need to put that. Yes, this is what target service. Okay, send a message to target here. Like this we created. Fine. We stop today here. We will further continue. This is SQL Server message broker is very important topic actually. So when we check with CDC, it's going to catch the things for us. So we do tomorrow the rest. But don't skip tomorrow's session please, because it is related to the service broker. Very important topic this is.
Okay, sir.
Save all these queries please. You can tomorrow load this. Relate to service broker you put. .SQL. Save it.